or pillows or pillowcases or quilts. Maybe you're a quilter. Maybe you want to be able to make a beautiful little dress, a tutu for that new granddaughter. Look at all of the incredible things that you can make with your brother Strong and Tough. And you can't make things this beautiful without a serger. You may have been waiting and thinking, well, you know, I sew, but only professionals use sergers. Actually, you can get the look of what the professionals do with an amazing deal today, because we are including a $233 serger that, yes, it's gonna be really easy to use. It's also strong and tough from Brother, along with the brand new world launch $499 electronic machine. This is the Strong and Tough. This is your sewing machine. It comes with 50 stitches built in. Everything you need, including a way to make custom buttonholes. It's pretty incredible. Brand new, exclusive to HSN. If you were to purchase this on its own, it would be $499. You're also getting the $233 serger, which on its own, you can make projects like this, an entire completed blanket without ever even getting out your sewing machine. This basket, sewing machine plus serger, we're gonna show you a lot of great things that you can make, but you are getting everything you need. And I'm gonna walk over here and show you what you're getting with this incredible bundle, because this is a $933 value for under $600 today. So everything that you see here, all of the feet you need, I think it's like a total of 12 feet or something that you're getting in between the two machines. You get everything that you need to get started. You also get, right over here, I want you to see this. This is the stitch plate, and we're gonna show this to you in action as well. It shows you all 50 of the stitches. And then because this is an electronic version and this computerized model, you just push in a button. You push in the number of the stitch you want, and now your Brother Strong and Tough is going to use that exact stitch. We've got the buttonhole maker. We've got everything you need. And as I walk over here, I'm gonna show you one other thing that's really important. It's a $130 value. It's right here on our computer because it's software. It is going to help you make your quilts. Here's the value. Strong and Tough sewing machine, brand new world launch exclusive, a $500 value. The Strong and Tough serger, which we're gonna show you by the end of this presentation, you're gonna be dying for one, $233. You get that quilt block software, $130. Serger elastic foot, that's important so you can put elastic in the waist of anything. Walking foot and the quarter piecing foot, all a total of $934 today, and today only. It's $599. Hey, I know that's an investment, but we've got an amazing warranty on this as well, and you can get it home for $119. It is also available on 9-month VIP financing. There's the warranty that you see right there. Look at that, 1 year, 2 year, 25 years, because Brother has been making industrial strength sewing machines since the 50s. Julie Faye Fan Bowser has not been around since the 50s. But she is, she's one of our crafting experts here, and sewed your own blouse, which I think is pretty impressive.
I did. Like I said before, I was impressed with myself. I do not think of myself as a sewer. I enjoy it, but I have not had a lot of experience. This is, I think, maybe the second or third garment I've ever made in my life, and it really was that easy. Because I'll show you what I'm doing right now, which is I'm just doing some decorative stitches, and I'm pretty much stepping on the pedal, and the feed dogs on this machine are so strong and tough that I barely have to hold this, and it's staying so straight. Now, you know how difficult it can be to negotiate in there, but look how straight that is. And I'm not doing anything, and this is with a decorative stitch, which is really bouncing this a lot.
So if you're a beginner like me and you're a little unsteady, this is gonna balance you out. Maybe you've been sewing for all your life and your hands just aren't quite as steady as they were before. Now you're gonna get that perfect stitch.
It is, which is awesome. But let me show you how easy it is to pick the different decorative stitches. Like you said, there are 50 built-in stitches, okay? So the stitch chart sits right on your machine, so you can absolutely see it right here. And I can look and I can see which stitch I wanna do. I think number 17 is really cool. I think 22 is neat. I mean, I love all of them, right? Let's do 29. So once I've picked what I wanted, and making a decision can be the most difficult part of this process, then I look at the front of the machine, and on the front of the machine, there is a computer which tells me which stitch I'm on right now. You can see that on the LCD screen right here. There is also a dial below that. This dial, when I turn it, Obviously to the right it goes up, to the left it goes down, and then you just pick the stitch that you want. It tells you not only the stitch length, the stitch width, what foot to use. So it's telling me to use the end foot, and that is in fact the foot that I have here right on the machine. It's that easy.
That's a big, bright screen as well. So if you have maybe shied away from a computerized machine or it just was a little too expensive, this is gonna be really simple to use. It also has a light here so you can see what you're doing.
Oh man, I need light, I'm telling you. And I also love how big this area is, because it really means that you can jam a quilt under here or something like that really thick basket that we made or anything like that, because you have the space in there to really do it. Now you can see how quickly I'm stitching out these decorative stitches. There is a speed control on the front of the machine. So if I'm a nervous stitcher, I can slide this on over, and I'm not changing my foot, I'm just changing this. And can you see now it's slowing it down incredibly. And if I speed it up, again, not changing my foot, just changing the speed control, suddenly I'm going a totally different speed. So again, super, super easy to use, and that word I love, customizable.
Customizable. Now, this has all the bells and whistles. This is the latest from Brother. It's strong and tough, which means you can do denim, you can do quilts, you can do totes, you can do that big basket. You can go through layer after layer of fabric. Is it also simple to set up, simple to thread? Everything?
Well, I mean, I was gonna say, first of all, simple to set up, you plug it in,
okay,
it's set up. The second thing is the threading. If you can see on the machine, there is actually written on the machine and numbered a guide that takes you through 1, 2, 3, 4. It has arrows and numbers that show you exactly how to do it, including, you know, everything that you need. So that is super easy. And the bobbin, I will just show you this because this is so easy to show. You do not have to think about it at all. You
that's it?
This is it. You make sure that it's a P when it's facing you as opposed to a 9. 9 is not what you want. You want a P for perfect, because we're gonna put in a perfect bobbin. You just drop it in, just like that. You can see this little channel here, which there's a little diagram here that shows you how to use that channel in case you don't know. There's a blade, so it's gonna cut that excess thread for me. I just slide this on, and that is how easy this machine is to use. And then of course, I can select my next stitch if I want, you know, whatever it is. Let's go crazy.
And in the idea of being easy, we're gonna make it really easy for you to get this home. It is new and exclusive. For $5.99, you're not only getting the sewing machine, you're also getting the serger. We'll tell you everything that you're getting, a $930 value, but you can break this up into special, 9 special VIP payments of $66 if you want to get this home. No one would blink at that. You might think, oh, a serger or a brand new computerized sewing machine. You know, that's, I mean, you're not going to plop $930 down on a credit card maybe right now, but what about 60, right? What about 60, $66? And you're getting everything that you need right now.
I can tell you, when I graduated from high school, I asked for a sewing machine. Or actually not from high school, from college.
Okay.
And one of the things is that sewing machine was more expensive than this whole bundle, and it was just a sewing machine.
And I bet it wasn't computerized.
It was not as fancy as any of this.
And it probably didn't go through all of the
And it wasn't as easy or intuitive to use, I will say. I also didn't know how to iron until I graduated from college, but that's a separate issue. So we're making this pin cushion. You can see that with all its decorative stitches, and this is a great way to dress up anything. You can imagine you can do a pillow for your home. It doesn't have to be a tiny pin cushion. How about the hem of your jeans? Right? It's like adding custom embroidery. Your beautiful, embroidered shirt, you could do it on cuffs with a little bit of decorative stitching. It would look beautiful.
Beautiful. All right, well, of course it includes the zipper foot as well, right?
Yes.
So this is really everything, because what I made in my first time using this was a tote. And it was canvas, and it was really thick, and this did absolutely perfectly, because you can stitch and you can serge as well, because you've got your serger. This weighs about 14.5 pounds. The serger weighs about 12.5 pounds, so you don't have to have a special setup for them in a special room on a special table. These can even go with you wherever you
Yeah, you can take them to class, because again, I didn't know how to sew clothes. So what I did because of that is I took my machines to class. because I needed to,
yeah.
right? In order to know. And they were light enough and not a problem for me to, you know, get in and out of the car and do all that stuff. Now, this is a zipper foot that I'm using, and we're actually using zippers in a kind of decorative way. So I'm actually making a zipper bracelet, because zippers are actually super fun for creating accessories. You may have seen zipper purses. And what the zipper foot allows you to do is really to stitch right along that zipper. And you may not have even noticed me changing feet, because it's so easy to do.
And you're getting all the feet, I mean, you get the feet included.
Yeah, and you get this great, I don't know why I love this so much, but I just love storage. So right in the machine is where you store all your feet. So when I'm looking for the next foot that I want to use, and then this is how it works, okay? Let me just show you this. So here is where I have all my feet. Right at the back, there's a little black button. I push the button and the foot falls off, okay? Each of the feet, let's see if I can get this at the right angle, has a little metal bar. That metal bar is what goes into this little like cup, sort of is the way I would put it, or this little clasp here. So what I do is I place the metal bar so it's under there, and I bring the foot down and it clicks in, that foot is attached.
That's cool.
How easy it was. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah, that's great.
And then when I want to finish making my bracelet, which is basically about joining these two pieces together, this particular foot has like a little ridge down the center. So what it allows me to do is kind of ride that right down the center of these, right? And I can pick my stitch. Again, the dial, it makes it so easy.
Because it's computerized. If you shy away from computers, this is gonna be the easiest computer you use, because it's got a big screen. It still has the dial as well. You don't have to punch in anything really, but it's so smart.
It is, and now
simple.
I'm not gonna take the time to sew all this, but I will just show you what it ends up looking like right here. And can you see, I mean, this is a really fun, fashionable bracelet, and that decorative stitching that you create by joining the two, the zippers are really cool. It's got a little rock and roll to it, which I really, really like.
Very cute.
Yes.
All right, but we're not only giving you, you're not only in our Today Special getting your $499 brand new world launch of the new Strong and Tough sewing machine, you're also, for the very first time, getting a Brother Strong and Tough serger as well.
Yes.
And this is, I like that we're actually sort of gifting this in, because this is our way, this is Brother's way and HSN's way of saying that you need a serger. This is HSN's way of saying it's not an option. You need a serger, because this is what's gonna take your sewing to the next level. And there are plenty of projects you can do with just a serger. The serger is $233. You're getting it basically for like $100, plus $130 software as well, everything that you can imagine. So, super cute.
What are you gonna make with a serger and a sewing machine? Well, you can make all kinds of clothes or embellish clothes. Now, what I wanna show you is this really cute ruffle that's on here, okay? Because you can do some things with a serger that you just can't do with a sewing machine, and this lettuce edge is one of them, and it's really easy. So let me introduce you to the serger here, okay? This is a serger. It is easy to use. It comes with a little trim trap. It's going to cut and sew at the same time. The serger is like the microwave in your kitchen. It does things quickly, okay? But you still have an oven. I'm not gonna cook a turkey, right? But I can cook a lot of things in there. So what I'm gonna do is I have a piece of jersey. I'm putting it under the foot. There's a blade in here. It's gonna sew and cut at the same time. When I step on the pedal, it's gonna take that fabric in. Now, to create the lettuce edge, can you see how I'm pulling? That pulling is what is gonna create that awesome ruffle. So it's stretching it. They tell you over and over, right? Of course, don't stretch it. Be careful about stretching. And this is one case where you actually want to go ahead and make sure that you are stretching it. So I'm gonna pull it through, and then I'm gonna cut it, right? And you can see, right?
Pretty.
Isn't that a cool little ruffle? And
That's
you could,
adorable.
you know, add it onto a collar. You can see how cute that is, a purse, a bag. You can certainly roll them up if you're a crafter and you wanna make roses. This is a great way to make little
that's great.
baby headbands and all sorts of cute things like that, or even an embellishment for a dress just like that, just by rolling, right? You've got this really cute little flower.
Now, So that really sort of blows your mind, maybe if you're thinking about serging and you always only ever thought about hems or like the inside. Anytime you take one of your you know, clothes, see now mine has a tag in it because I bought mine. But that's that serging edge, the finishing edge, and you were able to do that on the shirt that you made.
I was, and if you look really closely, you'll see that my threads in here are yellow, red, green, and blue. And that is because I like color, but it's also because your machine comes with yellow, red, green, and blue thread, which matches the threading guides here so that you learn exactly how to thread this machine, which thread goes where, because it's all color-coded so you don't have to guess. I love that.
I love it.
much.
And this is strong and tough as well. You may think, well, a serger is always strong, right? It's always tough. No, they are not. Not all sergers are created equal. Not all sewing machines are created equal. You really want to be sure you get the strong and tough because it's going to go through denim. It's going to go through canvas. It's going to make, you made this whole thing.
Shannon, we are going to make this because this is made on a serger, okay?
Just a serger.
This is just a serger, so I'm going to let you have that. And I'm going to show you that all I have to do, okay, is again, this is really thick material and I'm putting it through 2 layers. All I do is put it under the foot and then step on the gas and let's go. Because again, a serger is fast. It is quick. It's that microwave. It's gonna get moving.
And we're showing you the warranties that this comes with right on the side. Both of these have that 1, 2, and 25-year warranty. It's Brother. Brother makes machines for clothing factories when you talk about strong and tough.
It's for, I mean, when you talk about fashion and you talk about ease, and actually I was buying fabric in a big store the other day and the clerk who didn't know what I did for a living was talking to me. He said he had a serger, but he didn't like it because it wasn't easy to thread, and he had heard that Brother sergers were easy to thread. And I thought, that's fantastic because it's the truth and it's nice to know that people out in the world are saying all that stuff, which I love.
Yeah. Now these, we're showing you really pretty thread options here as well, and they're easy to thread then once you get it home.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we know and love about Brother is that not only is it a quality machine, but it's going to be very simple. Now some of you have been sewing for years and years, but you may have been sewing for 50 years and never used a serger. Don't let it intimidate you. Let it really transform and finish all of your projects.
You can see how quickly I can make this baby blanket. So if there's a baby that's born and you need a blanket to deliver in like an hour, honestly, you could do it on a serger that quickly and you would have a really soft, beautiful, durable, I mean, because every single one of these seams is finished. They're finished. And that means it's not gonna ravel. It doesn't matter if it goes through the laundry a million times, if the baby puts it in its mouth, whatever it is, this is going to be easy and done for you, which I love.
And we're gonna make it really easy and done for you to get home today. You're getting the sewing machine, brand new world launch of the Strong and Tough sewing machine. That's the computerized model. It is a $499 value. You are also getting the serger. Easy to thread, easy to use, not much of a learning curve on the serger. You're gonna be so glad that you finally invested in a serger, and it's the Strong and Tough as well. So you can do all kinds of projects with that. That's a $233 value. Are you doing the math? We're up to about $733. We're also including software, and we're gonna show that to you right now because this is $130 software to be able to make quilts without any of the extra hassle and any of the extra like planning and drawing and all that kind of stuff. This does it for you, and people will pay $130 just for this because this software helps you make that.
It does, and actually the truth of this quilt is I designed this on a piece of graph paper before I had the software. It took me 4 days just to design it. And then it took me like a week and a half and I ripped half of it out because I couldn't get it to look the way I wanted it to look. This software makes something like this child's play. So I'm gonna show you how to use it because it's really easy and it's not intimidating at all. So, it's when you open it on your computer, on your PC, okay, you will choose whatever the new quilt is that you want. And you can choose how many blocks it is. Then you can choose from all sorts of different built-in blocks, or you can create your own. And we have a whole thing that shows all the different kinds of blocks you can do. Once you see a block that you like, you grab it and you can place it into your quilt. Now, if I want to make this populate to everything, I'm gonna go ahead and select it, and then I'm gonna hit copy. and then I'm gonna hit paste to all blocks, okay? And boom, I already have a quilt design. But this quilt design could be a little bit fancier. And the way that we make it a little bit fancier is by rotating it. So simply by rotating these around, I can completely change the way that this quilt looks. So instead of having those triangles in the corners, I'm now gonna have, do you see these diamonds that are emerging, which is like a really cool thing. So now you are able to, with just this one block, create something. Now, quilters use these things called design walls, and they take up a lot of space because they actually physically move their blocks around in order to get it to look like this, right? And you now do not need a design wall. You do not need all that space because you can be the quilt designer right here, right on the screen. How cool is that, that you can change everything? And you can customize the color of the sashing. You can customize the color of the blocks, all that stuff. But look at that design. It's totally different than what we started with, and you just designed that, right?
I love that. Now, we're throwing this in, by the way, for you. That's $130 like gift with purchase, basically, that you're getting. So even if you look at this and you go, well, I'm not a quilter, you give it to somebody, right? I mean, it's software. You can actually give that if you wanted to, or maybe now you can become a quilter because we're gonna make it so simple. It's a $130 value that we're adding in. This is $5.99 for the brand new Strong and Tough sewing machine and the Strong and Tough Serger. And this $130 value is gonna make it so you can make gorgeous quilts on your sewing machine and serger.
It is, and what I'm doing now is I'm actually selecting fabrics that I own, fabrics that I have been using so that I can see what they're gonna look like in my block. Isn't that super cool? So that you can have your entire fabric of, library. You just take a picture with your phone and you save that picture, and then you can import the pieces to really see in real time the scale of the pattern, the size of it, how it's gonna look. It's just super duper cool. I really, really love it.
That's really
and you will
great.
be making amazing quilts in no time at all.
Not 4 days to dream it up.
Oh my God, just to figure it out.
4 minutes.
I know, I wish. But what I was gonna say is one of the things you'll notice about this quilt is it has quilting lines that just sort of go straight. And I wanna show you how you're gonna be able to do that with your Strong and Tough, because one of the feet that you're getting is the walking foot, which is perfect for doing these kinds of quilting lines. So can we head back on the machine?
Let's head on over. Okay. You're getting so much, we had to put it on 3 tables. So much in this amazing bundle today. It's $930, and we're not asking you to spend $930 today. We're not even asking you to spend $600 today. If you wanted to break this up onto any major credit card that you've got, it's gonna be $119. If you get an HSN card, you're a VIP here. So you can break it up into 9 months. It's about $66 a month. In fact, if you are using your HSN card today, we're giving you a $20 off coupon. So you can use that $20 off coupon as well, and then you get VIP financing on top of that. So we're gonna make it really simple for you to, maybe you're just taking up sewing. Maybe you've been sewing, but you wanna start sewing denim, and you wanna be able to make those canvas bags. You wanna be able to make quilts without your sewing machine, bending the needles or
eating this really thick material. I mean, this is a lot of layers of stuff. So the way that the walking foot works is that the reason it's called that is because it walks gently over whatever it's doing. And I can see in the opening, which is quite large here, where the needle is, so that I'm easily able to go ahead and make sure I'm stitching straight on this line just like I want. And again, I can slow down the speed if I need, but it's just gonna go right for me. It's gonna walk along that fabric so nothing is bunching and everything is neat. And one of the things that I love about this machine is the fact that it stays in needle down position. Well, what the heck does that mean? Well, I am so excited to tell you. What that means is when I stop, the needle is buried in the fabric right now. So what that means is when I raise the foot, okay, and I pivot, I actually can't move this out of here. The needle has it pinned in place. That means that your corner is gonna be perfect when you're turning that 90-degree corner, and I can, again, continue on with my walking foot, just stitching right down there. And you can see how easy this is, Shannon. This is not like, it makes quilting into something that feels super doable, I guess is what I would say.
Right.
Instead of something that feels like intimidating and only meant for certain people who are like really precise or careful.
Yeah, well, and quilting is having such a moment, really.
Yes.
I mean, you're seeing quilts everywhere. They're very expensive. They're different, they're unique. They're different than your grandmother's quilt, but quilts always have such a special way of warming up a home wherever you are. Now you can make them as fun and bright as you want, or as personal with, you know, pieces of fabric or memories. That's kind of what
I was gonna say, you have a quilt in front of you, which clearly this stitching was done with the walking foot.
I'm obsessed with it. Did you make this?
I did.
Oh my god, this is art. How gorgeous.
I love this quilt, and it was super fun, and it's just fabric collage. So all I did is literally cut out pieces of fabric, put them onto a back piece of fabric. I used a little bit of glue just to hold it in place temporarily, right? And then I just went with my walking foot right over the top. So this is all raw edge, and what that means is you can see all these little ravelly bits, but it doesn't matter because the Strong and Tough can easily go over all these layers, that raw edge fabric. It's really cool, and this is a super fun way to quilt.
This is really showing that quilting is not as it used to be decades ago. You know, I mean, to be able to really make art. I mean, honestly, this I would frame.